That's how y'all know I'm dedicated, because I'm here on lunch break doing a video, bro. But never mind that. Yeah, what up, gang? What up, squad? It is your boy, AreYouTherious, the realest, the coolest, the trillest young king. Only to platform as we speak. Welcome back from the lit banger, gang. Woo! Guys, we got Sunny V2 in the building, man. I know y'all been waiting on this one. I know, bro. But he came out with a video that I've been seeing people react to. And I want to get my point of view, right? It's about the Chris dude from MrBeast's gang name. It's called Why Chris Will Soon Be a Nightmare for MrBeast. So as y'all know, the dude Chris is currently, I don't know if he's transitioning, but he's like not like he's you know, more feminine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the wrong thing because I will not get canceled on this video, right? But I want to go ahead and watch it, you know, the whole thing, and see what points homie make. You know what I'm saying? And I'll put in my input. I don't have much time to do this, so but I'm gonna give y'all what I can, and then let y'all figure out the rest. All right? If you're new, subscribe. If you want more Sunny V2, y'all know what to do. What to do. Don't play with me, man. Hit that comment section and let me know what y'all want, man. What y'all want from me next time. Until then, let's go ahead and jump right into this one. All right? Bang.
The Chris Tyson situation could become a complete disaster for MrBeast brand. However, it may also provide some unique benefits. So let's begin by going over the drama before explaining exactly how this will impact the MrBeast channel. In mid-2022, fans began to notice that Chris Tyson was changing. In the early days, he represented the quintessential southern gun and truck loving dude. Yet beginning in March 2022, Chris began to display increasingly feminine traits.
That don't count about the nail shit, bro. Like, unless all these other rappers are, you know, homosexuals or whatever you want to call them, they all paint their nails, and that don't make you homosexual if you paint your nails. Now, is it the, you know, most manliest thing to do? No, it's not. But nowadays, who really manly? Like, that shit, like, nobody give a fuck about that, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, you can't sit there and call them out for the nail shit if all these other big rappers do it. NBA Youngboy do it, and we all know that he's about as straight as a pencil. Maybe, but regardless.
Making tweets such as "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech." Additionally, Chris would highlight that his facial appearance had changed significantly since the start of the pandemic, which accompanied another post reading, "Okay, so in 4 different customs I had to prove I was myself because I quote look nothing like my passport pic, so much that I'm considering updating my passport. Do you see any resemblance?" Prompting replies such as "You went from man to boy." Chris responded by stating, "Nah, to be honest, I just really started taking my mental health seriously and eating better," yet his Twitter photos kept insinuating that Chris was becoming more feminine, with this same kind of look showing up in his MrBeast appearances. For example, on the 6th of January 2023, Beast Reacts uploaded a video titled "I strapped a GoPro to a fish," in which Chris dressed in a way that prompted comments such as, "Chris has been adopting more and more traits that remind me of my grandmother." Okay, so some people just gonna ignore Chris's nails? Chris had to have lost a bet. The look is getting wild. The response to the video then prompted countless viral TikToks, such as this one with 700,000 likes, stating how did Chris go from this to this, while others even made the claim that Carl had turned him gay. Now, this was pretty ridiculous as Carl isn't even that feminine, and Chris had come out as bisexual years before he and Carl had even met. The true catalyst for Chris Tyson's feminization instead seemed to have come from his marriage. In January 2022, Chris would post a photo.
Bro, homie was married and has a kid, bro. Now, they're gonna dive more into this, but don't let that mess, like, don't make what he do in his own spare time have anything to do with his kid and his parenting. If he ain't hurting his kid or doing none of that, everybody parenting is different. You might be preaching some horrible shit to your kid, but just because he a homosexual or bisexual, whatever, y'all want to dog him. Like, no, he's probably the best dad he can be at where he's at right now. So don't ever question homie's parenting, bro. Just focus on him. Matter of fact, don't talk about him either, but like, understand, you know, because we all different in our own way. But yeah, homie had a whole family, bro.
with his wife to his Instagram, yet after this, the family photo stopped altogether. Fans also noticed that he'd removed his wedding ring, with the ring's absence correlating perfectly with the very first post in which he'd painted his nails. Chris confirmed the split in a post from March 2023 reading, "For a little over a year now, me and Katie have been separated," with this also confirming that Chris's transformation began as soon as his marriage came to an end. Chris went from lighting campfires and raising a family with his beautiful wife to now trying to be a wife with his man buns and long nails. As the criticism continued to pile, Chris announced that he'd be taking a break from social media. And while there was a possibility that Chris would make efforts to return to his former self, he'd rather do the opposite and double down on his feminine image, showing up to the Kids' Choice Awards looking like this, before making the announcement that he'd been doing HRT for approximately 2 months, which according to a quick Google search is the medical process for changing genders. Chris would expand on this by stating, "Informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives. The hurdles GNC people have to jump through to get life-saving gender-affirming healthcare in a first world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies," which received a positive response from both Carl and MrBeast, who wrote, "Got you, I did one more heart than Carl because I'm a better friend." While his co-workers expressed positivity, others weren't so welcoming. There goes a father figure the kid won't ever...
As y'all can see, MrBeast obviously wasn't hating on him, bro. MrBeast was like, you know, showing love, bro. I think it just got to a point where homie was just doing too much, right? Now, ain't no one, like most people don't have problem with LGBTQ plus people, right? I know I don't. I love everybody. I don't care who you are. But no matter if you're straight, gay, left, right, if you do too much, I'm not fucking with you, bro. You can be the straightest nigga ever, bro, but you doing too much fucking with me or whatever, I'm not gonna fuck with you. So I think homie was just fucking with MrBeast and just, you know, throwing it in his face, and MrBeast probably just didn't know how to take that. Like, he probably was like, oh, okay. Bro, as long as I know you ain't trying to, like, fuck on me or whatever, bro, like, nigga, we still homeboys, just bullshitting, you know? But y'all see this a little bit more in the video. Let's get it.
Be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Weak man times. Chris responded to this comment by stating, "This is just more dog whistling that somehow trans and GNC folks aren't safe around kids. Tucker begs for me to come back when I leave for like 2 days to film. He is so loved and happy. Kids aren't born with hate, it's taught by people like you, and my child will only know love. I know I'm going to be a great parent, and so is every other person who puts the love of their child before everything. I made this decision because I wanted to show up as my best and happiest self for him. In a way, this was for Tucker." Chris's response received some positivity such as, "I'm convinced you're an amazing father. Tucker is lucky to have you and also lucky to have all of those who surround and support you in his life. As well as I adore that, I'm glad you made that decision. It's so much easier to be a parental figure when you're not struggling with dysphoria, yet he'd also receive an equal amount of backlash. You ripped apart your family and took a father figure away from your son just so you could paint your nails and act zesty. Pathetic. He will get torn apart at school."
Now, do I think that if your father is, you know, LGBTQ, he's still a man at the end of the day. He still is as a man up here, right? No matter what your physical say, you know, sometimes they say, oh, I was born a woman, whatever, right? You still have manly thoughts and stuff like that. So, you know, you can still teach your son how to pee, you know, how to hold the doors open for women. Hell, women can teach a boy that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just real simple, essential things you're supposed to teach a boy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you would want you to be, you know, a man for your boy to look up to and follow in your footsteps. But he can also tell him, you know, hey, do as I say, not what I do. Because this is me. This is how I feel. Are you gonna feel like this? I don't know. If you are, I'm gonna love you regardless. But like, if this is not who you are, then, you know, I'll show you how to be. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain, but I mean, Google it. It's not hard. Google how to be a man. And they're gonna give you all these weird ass expectations or whatever, but you know. All in all, they wrong for coming at him like this on his parenting, like I said, because that don't got nothing to do with his parenting. He's probably the best dad he could be. Just, he on some other, he just, you know, transitioning.
Won't want to have friends around his house. A life full of difference and being alone. Must have missed the point in that tweet. How's this for him when you're depriving him of a father figure? Although Chris wasn't altered by these comments, as he'd once again reiterate his certainty in a new post reading, "It's never too late to start being yourself," which received praise from MrBeast as well as Nolan and Carl. However, these comments also added extra fuel to the fire. In a few years, look back at this thread and remember they were never your friends. Only yes men cowards. Hope you come out of this safe. MrBeast responded to this with a simple opinion irrelevant ratio, to which the original commenter would state, "I have 30 followers, so go ahead and ratio me. I'll still rest easy knowing that I'm not a coward who idly sits by watching my friend ruin his own life." In some ways, it was nice to see the boys standing up for Chris on Twitter. However, the situation has already begun to change the dynamic within the video.
Download the Domino's app today and become a piece of the Pi Rewards member to earn points toward free pizza.
Once you try the roomy toe box and more natural foot position of ultras, you'll wonder how you ran in anything else.
For example, in a recent livestream titled Opening 1,000 Mystery Art Boxes, Chris would once again dress in quite a feminine way, and while everybody participated as usual, the energy and vibe didn't feel nearly as smooth as it normally does. It felt as though there was an unaddressed elephant in the room, and therefore everybody was in their head, as opposed to being in the present moment enjoying each other's company. Maybe everybody was simply too busy opening packages, but Chris did make these bizarre jokes about Jimmy being female, making him incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my god, Jimmy, look, they drew you. Jimmy, they drew you so well. It looks just like you.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, it's Jimmy.
How did fan art? This is what we were looking for. Be brave, be honest, be kind. MrBeast. That is my tagline.
Becoming even weirder when each member started to pay each other compliments.
Hey, nice shirt. Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Hey, nice shirt.
Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Thanks. Nice shirt.
Nice shoe.
For the most part,
Homie is wrong. Homie set Jimmy up for failure. Now, if Jimmy would have said, "Nice shirt," then they would have been like, "Oh, he gonna join him. He gonna do this. He gonna do that." Because that's a blouse, bro. That's a blouse. That's not no shirt, bro. You feel me? So I felt like, what was he supposed to say? I mean, bro. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. You can call me what you want. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna be me. But like, Jimmy is this big, larger than life influencer that probably really gives a fuck what y'all think. So if he says the wrong thing, the slightest thing, he thinks it's gonna ruin him, but it's not. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. You feel me? But you see how nice shoes. That shit was funny, bro.
the live stream was devoid of awkward moments. However, it would act as fodder for another 100 million views worth of drama and criticism. Chris likely believes that people will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time, but is this really going to happen? Well, maybe. It's difficult to say as the situation is fairly unique, especially when considering Chris's reputation and influence. However, if Chris continues to transition, would it be unreasonable to say that he could jeopardize some of the personality traits which made him a successful member in the first place? Perhaps the opposite will happen, and he'll instead pick up new personality traits that better resonate with the current MrBeast audience. This was put forward in many comments supportive of Chris, who implied that there'll be millions of queer kids who look up to him, although this doesn't necessarily mean that it'll add any value to the videos. MrBeast has likely cultivated a massive LGBT audience, all of whom are already watching anyway, and if we've learned anything from Hollywood in recent years, it's that adding over-the-top LGBT characters for the sake of relatability rarely works as intended, and is often nothing more than a distraction from the premise of the movie or video. On top of this, it can be uncomfortable and unrelatable for the silent majority, although as we have seen, a situation like Chris's does have the potential to create an otherworldly amount of discussion, which could be seen as a benefit for the MrBeast brand.
Drama is good for growth, 100%. That would be an easy way to up my views if I got it.
The problem is this type of situation is probably the last thing that MrBeast wants to attract, as he's forced to agree with Chris's position, as he has no way of manipulating the situation without being painted as the bad guy. It's a lose-lose situation for MrBeast. I think Jimmy is in an inescapable situation. If he kicks out Chris, cancelled. If he don't, his channel will die for real. An inescapable situation is a pretty good way of describing the drama, which is also why it deserves the harsh label of being a nightmare. Jimmy has no option but to publicly express acceptance of Chris's transition, transition, as silence or even worse, disapproval would come with obvious severe repercussions. However, in accepting Chris's transition, Jimmy implies that this will be the new normal within the content, thus annoying a different group of people, many of whom will never express their true feelings and may rather simply click on fewer MrBeast videos. If this is the case, Jimmy has no option but to accept this fate, as removing Chris from the videos in any kind of way could create an even more severe media firestorm. The only clean solution, should things go south, might be for Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable. Whether it be arrogance or ignorance, Chris seems oblivious to how this whole thing might impact Jimmy, forgetting that he achieved his current level of success by avoiding this exact type of drama.
Damn, gang. Man, I feel like, bro, he like, his channel's not gonna die. I'm sorry, guys, I'm typing real quick. His channel's not gonna die if he keeps Chris on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, do some people may not like to see that? Hell, probably. But how many people will love to see that and will love to see him being him? You know, it's people that don't even care. They just there for the content. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, MrBeast can't really say how he truly feel. What if he really just don't care? What if he just, you know, happy or just, you know, really just don't care? Or if he does care, he doesn't know how to go about it, because that's a real touchy subject. Because like they just said, if Chris was to resign himself, they're still gonna be like, oh, Jimmy pushed him out. Jimmy probably paid him to leave. Like, it's all still gonna come back on him. So honestly, I think his best bet is just to see where it goes, bro. Now, if it goes, like I said, I don't think his shit gonna go down, bro. It's MrBeast. But if it does start going down, then maybe he might change it up. Hey, say, hey, Chris, can you just calm it down? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just being me. Yeah, but sometimes there's a limit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be you. But when the camera's on, just try to, like, don't be the center of attention. Because if we're reacting, if we're like doing a video on, you know, watching this water bottle, and you're just in the video, just, you know, just with just like anybody, you will want them to just relax, let the whole crew get their, you know, their views. I mean, there's people or whatever to fuck with them, and then that's it. Like, it's hard to explain, bro. I don't really know how to go about that. Never been in that situation. I just hope that MrBeast can do what's best for him, and Chris can do what's best for him. You know, I hope Chris keeps doing what he's doing, man. Do you, bro? I hate when people fake to be somebody they not, bro. Like, if you wants to be, if you wants to, you know, transition. Do you, bro? People are gonna support you. Don't just not do it because you're afraid of whatever, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm proud that Chris was able to stand up and take charge and, you know, live the life that he wants to live. Whether, you know, his son agrees with it or not. Right now, his son's baby and little. He don't even know. But when he get older, yeah, he might feel away. You know what I'm saying? But that's their problem. It's not your problem. Don't make other people your problem, because then you're gonna be tripping for nothing, like stupid shit. Anyway, man, if y'all want more Sunny B 2, bro, I'll gladly do get into that. Then, like I said, I love the documentary type videos too. It's real educational, because I be learning shit that I didn't really know beforehand. So I'm definitely down, man. But y'all put the comments, put some comments of good videos from Sunny B 2 in there that I could react to, or good people that I could react to from there, and you know, see what's up. All right, man, subscribe, of course, all the good stuff, man. Your boy's out, gotta go. Deuces.